Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Thank you all so much just for clicking on my video and giving me a shot. I really appreciate it. I hope I earn your time. And today I wanted to do something just a little bit different. Instead of doing a video on a brand new launch or something that just came out, I thought I'm gonna pull some palettes from my collection that I use from time to time that I have not done a video on or done an eye look with. And I hope maybe I can show you a really cool eye look to do with these palettes if you already own them. I chose the Melt Cosmetics Amor Eterno collection for this video just because I really like these palettes and I don't see them getting used all that often. I really don't see very many videos on them, and especially this Vita palette, I use it quite a bit. I think it's beautiful. If you're not familiar with this collection, it came out in October actually. Maybe I think it actually launched November 1st or so. But the Vita palette looks like this. Serape, Papa Picado, Amor Eterno, Aqua Ardente, Chocolate, Atoll, Sol, Pan Dolce, Allegra, Mexicana. It's a palette of greens, yellows, a few brown neutrals, some oranges and reds. It's really just a gorgeous palette. I love it for spring. And then the Merde palette is far darker. Looks like this. Angelito, Lagrimas, Duelo, Pantheon, Noche Eterna, Katrina, Valero, Sangre, Corazon, Gallica. It's dark and seductive and mysterious. It's got some turquoise, some deep blue purples, some deep reds, and one gold. It was actually this palette that first drew me to the collection. Seeing pictures of this one online, I'm not sure what it was about these colors that I was really drawn to them. But I do find myself using the Vita palette more often, probably because in my day-to-day life, I go to work, I'm a professional, I interact with the public, and these lighter shades are just more conducive to everyday life than the darker ones, but I do love that Merde palette. If you're new to my channel, which I'm gonna guess a lot of you are, please consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. For those of you that already subscribed, thank you. If you wanna see how I got this eye look using the Vita palette or an eye look I did using the Merde palette, please keep watching. Wayne Goss number 3 in the shade Duelo. Gonna buff this shade all through the crease, staying away from the lid, staying away from the inner corner. Just gonna buff this out with this brush. I don't care that it's not terribly even or smooth actually in the crease, because that's going to be completely covered up. I just want this buffed out onto my brow bone. And I am barely touching the brush to this shade in the palette. I feel like I look kind of like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. If I got this more turquoise. Wayne Goss 18 in that same shade. Now I am going to pack it onto this outer corner. And work it into the crease. trying to get in the habit of holding my makeup brushes right down at the end of the brush for a couple of different reasons. One, I'm trying to learn to let the brush do the work. It's what they're designed for. I think they work better when we let them do the work. And the further down on the brush handle I hold the brush, the lighter my actual touch is. And I have found that if I let my hand get into view too much, the camera wants to try to focus on my hand. This really is a very pretty shade of blue. It's got just a touch of green, maybe, and just a touch of gray. I'm going to have to look at it a little closer. Same brush, I'm going to pick up that shade Noche Eterno. It's a very dark navy. Definitely want this to just stay more in this outer corner. Sticking with the same brush, and I'm going to go in with that shade Katrina. And I just remembered something that Wayne Goss told me, and by told me I mean he said it in a YouTube video, that when you're old like me, you should hold your eyelid up more firm. Not used to doing that, but I'm going to give it a shot with this. This seems to be basically the same color as the last. This one just is a shimmer shade. I don't know that this is the smartest idea, holding this lid when I'm not used to it. It is changing my eye shape so much. I can't do it. Sorry, Wayne. I'll have to practice that one. It actually had quite a bit of fallout. So if you do your face first, number one, be sure to set your foundation. Number two, I would lay down something to catch fallout. That's quite a lot. Hopefully it's not further down than I put something to catch my fallout. I'm going to show you guys this. I can't believe I'm going to get this close to my nose, but that fallout is actually all on my nose. I don't know if that's, hopefully the camera's picking that up. That's going to be fun to get off. Hopefully I won't end up with blue streaks all over my face. We'll see. Wayne Goss number 20 in that shade Pantheon. So far these mattes are blending really beautifully. The only real fallout I think I got was from that one shimmery navy shade. But these mattes have been blended out very easily and have been very easy to work with. I'm going to use a Rephr 02 brush and that shade Katrina. And just dab it right in here and transition onto my lid. Fallout City. Same brush and that shade Angelito. It's also a shimmer shade. It'll be interesting to see if it produces the same amount of fallout. I do feel like now I have a mixture of navy and turquoise glittery fallout on my cheek. Okay, I've got to try to get this fallout off my face before I keep going. Okay, and yes, I did put it on much wider and bigger than I normally do because I was scared. Wayne Goss 07 and the shade Lagrimas. I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering that. I don't know how to say that. Morphe M124 and that shade Angelito again. I'm going to see if I can't punch that shade up some. So I'm going in with the same brush, wet with some MAC Fix Plus and that same shadow. It's a different Morphe M124 brush and that shade Calica. I am going to step outside this palette for just a second and pick up some Victoria Beckham Lid Luster in the shade Blonde. And put it right on this inside corner. Sonia G Builder 1 in that shade Calica. I went with this brush rather than a smaller brush that I normally do under my brow because I wanted something that was capable of blending right in here. Got a little bit of that lid luster, and I'm just gonna try to highlight just under my brow arch with that. Refer 14 and Corazon. Same shade in a BK Beauty 204 smudger brush. Same brush in Sangre. Wangos 05 and Bolero. I'm butchering that shade name. Calica. That Refer 14 brush again. I'm not adding any more shadow. Just blending this out. I'm not really getting up close to my lash line either. I'm just smoothing out the lower edge. So I'm going to go off camera, finish up my lashes, do my brows, and show you guys the final look. Okay, so this is the final look using the Muerte, oh, I'm probably butchering that, palette. I did finish off my lips, the Christian Audette with Mel Thompson lip liner and beauty. I topped that off with a Patrick Ta lip gloss, and she's an influencer. I'm very happy with the way this look turned out. Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to zoom you in. Okay, so let's move on to the next palette. Okay, let's get started with the Vita palette. Wayne Goss number 16 and Atoll. This is just a light skin toned, for me at least, shadow. I'm just gonna buff it all through the crease area. Don't even care how it ends up really, because I'm gonna cover it completely up. It makes you wonder why we even put it on. Same brush in the shade Soul. It's the lightest of the orange shades, or you could say the darkest of the yellows. There's only one other yellow though, so I'm gonna say lightest of the orange. Same shade in a Wayne Goss number 6 brush. Refer number 1 and Pan Dolce. I feel a baby at my feet. Hey, Zigsters. Hey, baby boy. You want to say hey? Oh. This is the baby. The bright lights. You want to stay here in my lap? Now I now have cat hair on my face. I gotta get it off. I don't know where it's at. I can feel it though. You want to stay in my lap or are you going to get down? And down he goes. He doesn't like the spotlight. Same brush in the shade Allegra. Be interesting to see. Yep, there it is. I was just about to say, it'd be interesting to see if this metallic glittery shade has the same amount of fallout as the shades in the other palette. And yes, as you can see, there's fallout. Wayne Goss number 20 in the shade Mexicana. Same shade in Scott Barnes 62. Just using this to really intensify the line in that crease. Okay, I just realized at some point my camera stopped recording. I went back and looked at the footage, and it looks like the only thing you missed was me taking the Scott Barnes 63 brush in the shade Chocolate and just laying it right here in this outside corner and blending up into the crease. That's the only thing you missed. Sorry about that. I don't know how I didn't notice that. I don't even know how it happened. Good gosh. Refer 02 and Pan Dolce. Same brush and Allegra. I don't feel like that Allegra really showed up at all. I'm going to take a little bit of the Mexicana on that same brush. Wangos number 7 and Amor Eterno. Really letting that brush hug right up into that crease. Just tapping it out onto the lid over that previous shade. Making sure to blend this up to the crease, the very inside corner of my eyelid. I feel like my eye really does look like a flame. It's very pretty. Wangos 17 and Amor Eterno. Refer Prototype 07C in that same shade. Same brush and Pan Dolce. Sonia G Crease 1 and Papel Pagato. Same shade in the Sonia G Pencil 1. BK204 and Serape. I found that out of these two palettes, This shade, this glittery metallic green shade, is the hardest shade to work with in both palettes. It's not the easiest shade to apply in a very pigmented fashion, and it does not blend great. That's why I'm going in with this smudger brush. I found it takes a very dense brush to get this shade to lay down as pigmented as I want it to. I'm going to go back in with that Sonia G Pencil 1 and that shade Popple Baccato and just blend that green a little bit. Some Morphe 124 in that shade Popple Baccato. Just gonna catch this inside corner. Same brush in that shade Serape. Wangas 07 and Amor Eterno. I'm just going to soften the edges of that green shade. I did add some Marc Jacobs eyeliner in Peridot to my lower waterline off camera, so you wouldn't have to see that. I'm going to go and finish up this eye look with some liner and some mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look using the Melt Cosmetics Vita palette. I finished off this look with Natasha Denona's I Need a Nude lipstick in Natasha and Fenty by Rihanna Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. I'm really happy with the way this look turned out. I use this palette more often than I do the Myrte palette just because it's not as dark. And this is a look I do from time to time, and I always love it. Every time I do it, it just makes me feel good. I feel like it's bright and I want to say sunny, but I love this look. All right, I'm gonna kind of get a little closer, let you guys see the final look a little better. So this was the final look with the Vita palette. I really like this look. It's so just bright and sunny. I love it. Let me know what you think down below. Maybe it's a little polarizing. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't like it as much as I do, but I really like this look. I hope you've enjoyed this look. I hope you try to recreate it. If you do, let me know. Let me know how it turned out. I'd love to see it. I hope to do some more of these videos where I take older palettes and just do looks for you guys. If there's a certain palette that you'd like to see a look from, let me know. I may or may not have it, but if I have it, I'll be glad to do a look for you. But look for these videos in the future. I'm going to be pulling some old palettes out and doing some looks. I've really enjoyed this today, and I hope you have too. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you. For those of you that already subscribe, Thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching and commenting and letting me know how you're doing. Let me know down below how you like these looks. But I'll see you all real soon. Bye-bye.